What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today I got a great video for you guys and some good news. Car prices are finally going down. So we're going to go into the reasons why and everything else and what I saw at the auction today, because I wanted to put this on camera while I still have it fresh in my mind. But before I do, if you can do me a huge favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, if you consider subscribing, I post epic stuff like this all the time. Make sure you click the notification bell. Only 10% of you guys are actually on the notification squad. Please do that. Truly appreciate it. Also follow us on Instagram at automotive.life. And let's get into the video. So it's Friday here in Las Vegas, and I just got back from Mannheim Auto Auction, and I've been watching the auctions for the last few weeks, and I wanted to break it to you then, but I wanted to make sure that I saw a steady trend before I actually reported any type of news. And I'm here to say that it's actually happening. We are finally seeing the bubble pop, and we're watching as prices are going down. So one of the indicators of this is when we go to the auction, we ask them what type of sales percentage sell-through they have. This will let us know, like if they run 100 cars, they sell about 85 to 90% of them. That has usually typically been the fact of what's going on in the auction. But the last few weeks, that number has significantly dropped, everywhere from 90 to 80 to 70%. Now we're hovering about 65 to 68%. And the reason why this is good news is because the market has been so inflated when it comes to used car pricing. And it's everything from supply and demand. So, I'm going to try to do my best to give you a little bit of a breakdown of each one. But one of the biggest things I believe is a lot of people are, their stimulus money's ran out. The economy is not really picking back up because there's still a lot of people that are not working. I'm telling you right now, if you're collecting stimulus and unemployment money and you're staying at home, get a job now, because when that stuff ends in September, there's going to be no jobs left for you, and then we're going to go into the slow season and the economy's going to dip. So do it definitely. If you have a bunch of cars, start selling them too. So what I saw at the auction today was, a lot of people were overbidding on cars back in the day, but now the dealers are not selling anything. We can't get down payments big enough to cover a lot of these people with bad credit or good credit. And then on top of that, good credit buyers, they have the pick of the litter. They can get whatever they want. So unless they're getting a good deal, they're not going to buy it. So the days of overpaying for trucks, SUVs, and luxury cars is over. So I'm watching the auction and I'm watching all these dealers, not banks, not repos, these are dealerships and franchise stores taking massive amounts of used cars back to the auction. The reason why they're doing this is because they know the market is inflated and the bubble is about to pop. So if they paid $50,000 for a Silverado and it's only worth about 48 now, they're taking it back. Hopefully somebody's going to be stupid enough to overbid on that one just as they did, because they can't sell it. And what's happening is I bid on about maybe 15, 20 cars today, and they're all if bids. If bids means when I actually bid on the car, I'm the last person and I win the auction, but the reserve is higher than what I bid, so the bank or the dealership or whoever has the option to say yes or no, approve my sale or decline it. So out of all those cars, usually maybe out of 5 if bids, you'll get like 3 or 4. I got 0, and that's why I'm making this video, is because the supply is getting bigger and bigger. They used to run, I think it was like 2,000 cars a week, and then they shrank down to almost like 600 cars because there was no cars there. Now they're back up to the 2,000 car marker, and people are just, they want too much money for their cars. So every time I make a bid on a car, let's say I bid 15K on this car this week and they turn me down, next week, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bid 14K. And the week after that, I'm gonna bid 13K. And they're gonna get less and less money for their car. Then it's never gonna go up. Every dealer and every bank thinks, oh, I'm just gonna run it next week, I'll get more. The first offer is the best offer. Take that shit and run. Don't sit there and try to wait for the money to come back. So what's happening now is all these dealers, franchises, and banks are like, well, I got $40,000 for it last week or last month. I should be able to get $42,000 or $43,000 now. It's over. The bubble is popped. Prices are going down. So a lot of my friends, same things. We all had if bids, and that just lets me know that most of these dealers and most of these people are stuck or buried in their cars, and they're so high up there that they're going to keep waiting. And what happens is as they don't run those cars, or as they run those cars and don't take the sale, new inventory is going to come in, and that's going to create a bigger snowball, more competition, more inventory. Prices go back down, and it's slowly feeding itself to where it's actually going to get normal again. So one of the things that I do is I'm actually a buyer for multiple dealerships, dealership groups, and stuff like that. What a buyer is I know how to buy cars the right way, what to look for and everything else. So a lot of these franchise stores pay people like me to go out and find cars for them, because when you're selling, 300-400 cars a month, you need somebody constantly buying cars. So I haven't bought a lot of cars at the auction. That's why we haven't done a lot of videos at the auction, because it's so overpriced. I don't want to bring you guys there and show me bidding on a bunch of cars and not winning shit. It's like, you want to actually, hey, I'm going to buy this car. This is what we bought it for. This is retail. This is how we're going to fix it up. So instead of doing all that, I decided to basically sit on my hands and wait for the market to correct itself. And like I said, I have great news, because I think today is the very first step. I've seen it slowly decline the last few weeks, but I didn't want to report it until I actually had concrete evidence. So, if you are watching this and you are a dealer, be more aggressive when it comes to selling your cars, because the prices are going to start going down and you're going to be able to get cars cheaper and cheaper at the auction. So if you're sitting on 30, 40, 50, 100 cars, whatever, start liquidating at least half of your inventory. Just get them off your lot, so this way you can buy some new stuff at a better price and get rid of it. Because this is what happens with a lot of dealers, and this is why I believe that the market's going to get even lower, because a lot of these dealers are overextended in their cars, and none of these dealers have cash anymore. The old days where these guys used to pull out checkbooks and cash is gone. They're all over leveraged with lines of credit. So now these guys owe creditors a bunch of money to buy these cars that are overpriced that they can't sell. So now every dollar they make is going towards these lines of credit, because when you have lines of credit for your dealership, you have to pay monthly. So every time you see a drive-by dealership, just imagine you see like 100 cars. Just think of $500 to $1,000 per car per month is what they pay on those vehicles. So we're talking astronomical numbers, and sales is dwindling because, like I said, nobody has down payment. So pretty soon these banks are going to come in and they're going to be like, you need to make your payments or you need to sell the cars. And these people can't do that. So they're going to take all these cars to the auction, and it's going to bring the supply up, which is going to bring the demand down, which is going to lower the prices, which is going to help a lot of other people. But unfortunately, every great deal comes with somebody's bad deal. So, if every depression brings out more new millionaires and stuff like that is what they say. So I believe that what's happening now is, these banks are going to start forcing people to start taking, these dealers to start taking their cars to the auction. I've already seen it here where a lot of my friends, they're talking about they haven't sold a car in a week. They got 60, 70 cars on their lot. Their floor lines are maxed. All their credit lines are maxed out. They're in a really bad position, and they can't sell the cars because they're too overpriced in them. So now people need, instead of $2,000 down, they're $2-3 grand over retail. Now they need $5,000-6,000 down to offset what they actually put into the vehicle. So it is basically a recipe for disaster. So, it's a good thing for people that are not over leveraged, but if you are, there is a way out, but you gotta act now. Like I said, take your cars to the auction and sell them. But I wanted to make this video real quick just to kind of give you guys a heads up. Like I said, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys back to the auction, buying some cars and stuff like that, because it's a waste of time now. I used to spend hours a day researching the cars, checking them out, driving them, everything else. If you watch some of my older videos, you can literally see me driving and testing cars. But now it's like, there's no point, because I'm like, hey guys, look at this great car I'm going to get for a screaming deal. Oh, sorry, it's an if bid. Oh, look at this car. Oh, it's an if bid. And then we never get it on the channel, so I can never show you guys how to fix it, how to flip it, and what the profit margins are. So good news, like I said, prices are going down. So if you felt like you've learned anything, please smash the like button. I would truly appreciate it. Also, if you can subscribe, I'm posting great stuff like this all the time. And also, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I answer every single one myself, not my staff. I want to try to give you guys as much information in the automotive industry as possible, whether that's the car dealership, auto repair, turo, car rental, stuff like that. Also, make sure that you subscribe to us on Instagram. I post daily stuff on there all the time, way more funnier stuff, more unedited, because I can't really do a lot of cussing here on YouTube. But definitely follow me there at automotive.life, and we'll see you next video.